All right, testing 1, 2. I think we're good to go. And 2, 1. Everybody, welcome back to the podcast. So today we're going to be talking about using Tinder and Bumble and POF correctly. All right. Some of you may know I have a business that I provide booking systems to clients that are looking for online bookings. And so I'm very familiar with the algorithms and how code works, right? And I've done a lot of research over the years about Tinder and how they work and like how do you actually get to the top of the profile, right? I mean, Tinder was magic when it came out. If people remember, it was just amazing when it came out. It was discreet, you don't feel rejection if you don't get a match because they mightn't have seen you or they don't know that you've swiped on them unless they swipe on you. I mean, just fucking brilliant idea. And it was free and the algorithm was working in our favor. It was great. And people were getting a lot of matches. There was a lot of hooking up. I mean, we're going back, 7, 8 years ago now, unfortunately. And look, it's understandable from Tinder's point of view and Bumble and POF and Hinge and the rest of them that it's a free app. Okay? It's a free app. So we got really lucky at the start. We getting all this online dating attention for free. I mean, fucking hell, man. It was amazing, right? But we have to remember, because a lot of people are complaining that, oh, Tinder and Bumble, they're all crap right now. They're all crazy, pathetic, right? Guys, we have to have a bit of gratitude here, a bit of appreciation here for them. We have to remember, they're fucking free, okay? And we had it really easy at the start, right? People were matching left, right, and center at the start. It was unbelievable. So they're a business. They have to make some money to make the thing going. Now, is it almost cruel at the stage that you get nothing? Yeah, it is quite harsh, all right, the algorithm. No doubt about it. I mean, you mightn't get a match for a month at this stage. Some people aren't. Like I know guys, they were getting matches left, right, center, and now they've taken Tinder off their phone. They've taken Bumble off their fucking phone. They've taken POF. And sometimes Tinder can be better than Bumble and Bumble can be better than Tinder and all that. But today I want to talk about how to use these apps correctly so you will get some matches, right? Now look, we all know, first of all, the algorithm, if you pay, so like there's 2 boosts on Tinder, let's start with Tinder. So you pay I think is it €8? So that could be, I don't know, probably $8 as well. And you get a boost for a half an hour. Okay? A boost for half an hour. And I think they say it's up to like eight times more matches when you take that boost. Then you get your half an hour. And of course the problem is you might get a match, but then so many people are fucking ghosting each other these days that, good God, So like you have to pay your money to get even seen by a few people, and then all of a sudden it's fucking, you don't get anything. It's crazy. So when you're using it, you need to use it properly. They have a thing called the ELO score, ELO, right? You get your ELO score correct, you will get more matches organically. Now, when I say organically, that means that you're not paying. Okay, so your organic reach, and you've got, paid reach. All right. So where do we start? I mean, okay, I'm just going to open up the Tinder app here just to make sure I don't miss out on anything here. So I'm in Tinder now, guys, and when I go in, first of all, number 1, let's start with the basics. When you open it up, please, guys, for your own sake, have at least, now, and guys, I'm on about at least have 5 photos of you. Now, forget about friends and all this carry on, right? 5 photos of you. Make sure you get them verified, okay? Have that blue tick, that blue and white tick. Okay, that's really important because at least the other person searching through men or women knows that you're putting in some effort into this. right? And you're not a scammer. Because look, let's face it, guys, there's a lot of scammers out there at the moment, you know, and I think because of coronavirus, it fucked a lot of us too. You know, I think that, well, prostitutes, they're going on it now, to try and to try and get some clients, you know. So make sure, number one, 5 photos and get them verified. Okay, that's number one. Now let's have a look through Tinder. Number 2, your bio. Don't have a fucking blank bio, guys, please. Okay? Now, I also would tell you this, that I've done a lot of research on these dating apps, and be careful of the people that have their Instagram on there. Okay? Because I honestly think, and look, hey, maybe I'm wrong about some people, but I've matched with girls over the years, and I was just seeing a familiar pattern forming, right? All of a sudden, I saw the girls that would just like say hello back to me, right, were the ones that had Instagram. So what they were actually trying to do is get more followers on fucking Instagram. Okay? It's not fair. It's not right. People are using these things to take advantage of other people. It's not on. It's not on. Like, yes, connect your Instagram to your Tinder, and I actually think you should do that. But when you see people putting up their Instagram as in written text, I honestly think those people are just looking for a bit of attention, and they have no interest in dating. They're just looking for followers. So again, just to make sure, big difference, guys, right? If you come across somebody on Tinder or Bumble or POF, wherever, Hinge, doesn't matter. If you see them have written text now of their Instagram, right, I would be very careful of that person. Now, look, I could be wrong, because you can't label everybody like that, but see how you get on, right? If you do match with them, see if they ghost you, and keep that on the back of your mind now next time you're on here. All right? Keep that in the back of your mind. You might get ghosted. And if you do, it's probably because they want some fucking Instagram followers. Okay? Now, if you connect your Instagram account to Tinder, that's all good. That's all good. Right? Because what they'll see is just more photos of you. Right? So that's okay. So what do we have? Up to now already, we've got photos, 5 photos, verified. Okay? And please, guys, don't put up photos of your puppy, a cartoon, a quote, the weather, a car, right? Because look, you know as well as everybody else fucking knows that these people are not getting swiped right on. Right? The only reason you're getting swiped on if you've got a photo of a car up there or a teddy bear is because somebody's sitting at home watching TV or a movie and they're just swiping right automatically without even looking. Okay? That's why you got the swipe right. Do you honestly think they're going to be looking through your fucking bio and interested to talk to you when you don't have a photo of yourself? Give me a fucking break. And you all know this. And it's funny because actually I was speaking about this on my social media a few days ago. I was recommending to people, like, guys, please do not put up profile photos of teddy bears and the weather and quotes and etc. Right? Because I also run a dating group as well, guys, and I'll tell you about that in a second. And all of a sudden, guess who was complaining to me? People that had no profile photo of themselves. So that tells me that they're probably married or they've got a partner already, and they're just fucking around, being very, very selfish, and not letting the single people do what they want to do. It's incredibly selfish. And I hope you're listening, and I hope that you get off the dating apps, because leave the single people alone. Let them do their thing. Okay? It's not fair. It's not right. You're being incredibly selfish. Anyway. Right. So, where was I? Okay. So, your bio, guys. Right? So, we've covered that. Don't have your Instagram up there, because there'll be other people thinking that too, by the way. Right? Oh, I wonder now, is this person just trying to get some followers? So, done. Come out with something witty, if you can. Okay? Like, something funny. Like, even if some of you, like, let's say guys, because I suppose in one way, a lot of our job, guys, is doing the initial move, right? Some people will agree with that, some people won't, no problem. Okay, um, guys, even if I were you, Google something, right? Google the 10 best icebreakers talking to a woman, or the what else could you put in? Just trying to think of a Google search now. 10 good funny chat up lines, 10 witty chat up lines, the best, right? Google something if you can't think of it. Fuck it, all right? You know? And even if you match with the girl, even let's say she even goes, oh, well, I've heard that quote before, you just copied that off somebody. Just say, well, actually, do you know what? And tell them the truth. Tell them, do you know what? I actually couldn't think of anything and I just wanted it to be funny. She'd probably think it's cute, you know? You'd be like, oh, bless him. He's trying to impress. You know? Why not? Be truthful about this. So, like, put up something nice and witty. And, you know, like, don't put up, oh, scammers, stay away, blah, blah, blah. We all know this already. You don't have to repeat this. This is a no-brainer. Everybody knows that. Okay? Don't put up, stay away from scammers, or if you're this type of person, swipe left. Like, do you realize that you're actually fucking yourself? Right? All of a sudden, you're coming up with these ground rules to swipe right on you before they've even talked to you. Right? Like, you're actually fucking yourself before you've even started. So, you know, don't put up anything negative, guys, please. All right? Like, what did I see? I only saw this actually a few weeks ago. Somebody was saying, if you're a vegan, swipe left. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, okay, I understand. You don't like vegans. Okay, well, hey, Jesus, what's the problem? Like, I don't believe in being a vegan, but I don't care if a girl was with me who's a vegan. If she doesn't want to eat meat, or she doesn't want to eat this or that or whatever, who gives a fuck? It doesn't interfere with your life, right? Like, a lot of people are screwing themselves before they've even got the match already. And I can tell you guys, you putting up positivity, you're probably reducing your chances by another 20-30%, anybody that looks at your profile, if you put up something negative. Okay? So keep it light, keep it fun, have a bit of banter with people. You know? Like, women love the sense of humor on a man. Love the sense of humor. So, like, come up with something witty, you know? Like, I say to quite a few girls, should we honeymoon in Fiji or Hawaii? That's what I usually kind of start off with once I match with somebody. I'd always get a response, right? Because I'm assuming that we're getting married, so it's, all right, job done. So where are we going to go? You know, and girls think it's funny. Now, doesn't mean I get the girl, okay? They can still ghost me, but I'd always get a response. Always. I would say I probably have a good, like, 95% success rate on the opening line with that one. Should we honeymoon in Fiji or Hawaii? Question mark. Now, please don't you take my line, guys, okay? But, now, again, but like I said, guys, it doesn't mean I get the girl because, hey, a lot of girls still ghost me. A lot of girls, you know, all of a sudden I could say the wrong thing in their head, and all of a sudden they're like, what does he mean by that? And then they're gone. They jump to conclusions. All right? Now, I'm always trying to keep it light and funny anyway, and yet still girls can take it the wrong way. So, like, it's a minefield, guys. It's a slippy slope. Keep it fucking light. All right? So keep the bio short and simple. All right? What else do you have? Let's just go through it again because I actually don't want to leave out anything here now, guys. So just bear with me. I'm going to go through my Tinder here. Okay. So we have now the ELO score. I think that's a big one here. Let's focus on the ELO score. All right? Again, ELO. Now, the ELO score is your percentage, your score, your rating, let's call it, like a Google review. Oh, sorry, it's taking a bit of water here now, guys. Bear with me. Excuse me. So your ELO score is incredibly important on Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and POF too. All of them. Let's just clear it all of them. Now, Tinder call it your ELO score. I'm actually not sure what Bumble and all them call it. But anyway, so it's not about swiping right on 100 people and hoping for dear God that you'll get a match. Okay? This is about playing the percentages the opposite way. Now, hear me out. If you swipe right as in you're interested on, let's say, 100 women, and you get one match, that's 1% success rate. All right? So one match, one person out of 100, that's 1%, right? Okay, fairly simple, straightforward. So you have a 1% ELO score. Now, if you swipe right on 10 women, not 100, 10, and you get one match, you have, guess what? Drum roll, 10% ELO score. Right? So now Tinder knows your ELO score is better than the guy who swiped right on 100 women and got one match, right? So you swipe right on less people, but you still got the same amount of matches. So one match out of 10 people you swiped right on is much better than 1 out of 100. Because now with the 1 out of 10, you've got a 10%. 1 out of 100, you've got a 1%. So if you come out with a batting average of 10% ELO score, you're going up the ranks. You're going up the page. Okay? You're going up the page, and you will get, you've got more chance of increasing your odds to get a match. So in a way, guys, you got to be actually fussy when you're on the dating apps, right? Like, really think about it. And this takes now, guys, about a month to sort of properly kick in for you, right? Now, unless you've started off Tinder properly, like if you've started Tinder today, okay, now it's not going to probably take a month. That's the great news here, because you're starting from scratch. The system doesn't know you, right? So if you come out of the gate storming and you're just being very fussy and you're just going to select the very few, right, then it'll kick in quicker. Now, but if you've been on Tinder for a while and all of a sudden now you're starting with this ELO score in mind, well, it's going to take a while for the algorithm to turn around for you, okay? So, if you're on Tinder for a while, I would recommend you give it a month, right? Go through 10 women or men in a day and swipe right on, ideally speaking, if you do one person out of 10, that's good. All right. Now, I know you can't see who's coming up next, right? So in a way, guys, you have to get a little bit, picky. Okay? So hopefully that works for you. Tinder passports. Nightmare. Do not use Tinder fucking passport. First of all, with the Tinder passport, as many of you know, right, you can go to different countries or cities and basically the system thinks that you're there. That is suicide on Tinder, okay? Fucking suicide, lads. Big time suicide. Because now the system thinks, let's say you're living in Dublin, right? And you started off Tinder and it knows you're in Dublin. Now all of a sudden you go to London, let's say. Now all of a sudden it's like you're starting from scratch, but you've also spread yourself thin, right? So what you want to do is, first of all, if you're going, like if you're traveling on a holiday to a different country, or if you're moving to a different country or city, whatever, right? Well, then I would use Tinder Passport on one condition. You use it for about 2 to 3 weeks before you actually go, okay? And you forget about the city that you're in. So example again, if you're living in Dublin and you're moving to London tomorrow, or let's say in a month's time, right? Open up Tinder as soon as possible, get onto Tinder Passport, go to London and sit in London. Forget about your existing town. So if you're living in Dublin, no, you do not swipe right on Dublin again. You're spreading yourself too thin, okay? Because the algorithm does take time to kick in again for you, right? And even though the algorithm can kind of update every day, it still has to learn what your habits are or what kind of people you're interested in. Now, because at the end of the day, even though Tinder want your money, okay, they don't give a fuck about me, they don't give a fuck about you, they just want your money and get in and out, okay? And, well, that's the way they work. But at the same time, they do want you using the apps, right? They don't want you gone, okay? So they have to throw you bones every now and then. And if you use it correctly, bang, you can do it, okay? Now, back to the photos. Guys, if you have photos of, let's say, we've covered the quotes and the weather and cars and teddy bears and stuff. If you've got photos of yourself up there and you've got photos of your friends. Like there's so many people that have they've got about 5 to 10 photos, and every single fucking photo is a photo with someone else. And you don't even know who the person is. Right? That is dodgy. Very dodgy. Now, maybe some people are just afraid and they're shy that, oh, I might get rejected. Well, really? I can tell you this as a fact. Men will not swipe on you if you're with multiple people who we don't know who you are. Okay? We won't swipe right. Unless we're sitting there watching TV and you're just automatically swiping right. Okay? But girls, we're not going to swipe right. And here's a question to ask. Why are you doing it? Are you fucking married? Do you have a boyfriend already? Do you have a girlfriend already? Why are you hiding why are you hiding behind all that? You know? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make fucking sense. And, you know, guys, there's too many scammers on there at the moment. There's too many people looking just for fucking attention. There's just too much crap. And so, guys, I hope that I can help you out here as well. So that's how I would use the Tinder and Bumbles and the POFs of this world, guys. Right? Bumble, obviously, if you're new to Bumble, well, the advantage for men on Bumble is that the woman has to make the first move. So yeah, you swipe right. If you get a match, the girl has to contact you within 24 hours. You can extend the time, but please, guys, never, ever extend the time on Bumble. I don't care how hot the guy is, how hot the girl is. It looks desperate. Okay? It looks fucking desperate. Right? They swipe right on you. If they're interested, they'll come back onto the fucking app. Right? And let's be honest. Most of us will always go on at least once a day. Like if you have Tinder on your phone, you're going on the fucking thing once a day. You know, let's admit it. Maybe there's some that don't, fair enough. And fair play to you for having, you know, the willpower not to. But it's kind of like a drug, you know? So guys, don't extend the time. Please don't. All right? Okay, if you are going to boost your profile, right, if on Tinder and Bumble, the peak times, Sunday and Thursday nights, 8 o'clock on. All right? Every week, the peak times for Tinder are Sunday nights and Thursday nights from 8 p.m. on. Now, that's in whether you're in London time, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Doesn't matter. Just 8 p.m. your time. And that will technically give you a little bit better odds as well. There's more people online. Quite honestly, that's what they say. I found myself, I go on at 9 p.m. Now, I don't know why I've got more matches after 9 than 8 for some weird reason. But still, I'd always check out 8 p.m. anyway. Right? So, again, you can decide whatever you think there. Is the Super Boost worth it? The Super Boost can be good. It can be bad, again, depending on your age range and your location. Speaking of location, guys, I would keep it within a 25-kilometer radius. Now, fair enough, there's some people that live out in the country somewhere and you have to extend it. Well, look, understandable, of course. But if you're not, if you're in the city or you're in where there's a lot of people, keep the smaller the distance is, the better. Okay? If you were living in the city, like, if you were living in city centre like London or New York or somewhere like that's really packed, I'd keep it within 10 kilometres radius. That's a lot of people in a 10-kilometre radius. Maybe 15, right? If you don't live in the likes of a London or New York or God knows where, 25 kilometres seems to be the best. Now, look, if you're running out of people, fair enough, extend it. But again, it's just about, it's all about not going through the numbers. Okay? The less people that you swipe right on, you have a better chance to get that ELO score up. All right? And now, guys, just before I finish, I'm going to let you know about a dating group that I've set up here on Facebook. So this isn't a Facebook page. This is dating groups. Okay? So I'm trying to help people at the moment get some dates, right? And the real reason I'm trying is because, well, look, as we all know, the dating apps can be a horrendous experience for some people. But on our dating groups, if you post in the groups, right, if you're putting up a photo, bio, an introduction, or a video introduction of yourself, well, the good news is is that you go straight to the top of the feed. Okay, so we're giving everybody a fair crack at the whip here. All right? So if you go onto our groups and you get in, they're private groups, so we have to accept you in. If you get onto them, you post up, you'll go straight to the top of the news feed, top of the page. Okay, we're giving you the best chance possible, guys. All right? And I hope it does work out for a lot of you. So if you are on Facebook, go to search and just type in, and you're searching for groups, not pages. There's 5 of them. Number 1, old school dating age 20 to 28. Old school dating age 28 to 35. Old school dating age 35 to 45. Old school dating age 45 to 55. And old school dating age 55 plus. So like I was saying, they are private groups, so I have to approve you guys in. Okay, we will be looking out for scammers because we're trying to really clamp down on scammers now, and like the dating apps have gone to the dogs with this sort of thing. So we're going to try and prevent that. You need a profile photo as well, guys. If you don't, well done, tough shit. You're not coming into the group. Okay, sorry now if I'm getting wound up about that, but there's a lot of people complaining, and guess what? The people that are complaining don't have a profile photo of themselves up there anyway. So what are they hiding? So guys, hopefully you'll have some luck on the dating groups. Hopefully you'll have some luck on Tinders and Bumbles and POFs as well. All right. Oh yeah, there's one thing I actually forgot. Jeez, an important thing. This is subscriptions on Tinders and Bumbles. What I've noticed from experience and speaking to other people that have used these dating apps, the Bumble package seems to be the best one. Tinder, not so good. Now, again, maybe people have different experiences. I'm not sure, but I would suggest trying out the Bumble one first. Now, hey, if you want to try out both, go ahead. Please do. Go ahead, and I hope you guys get some luck and find a date. Because there's too much misery in the world right now after coronavirus and Putin with this fucking war. Gas bills are going through the roof. Everything's getting expensive right now, and it's there's a lot of people depressed out there, and it's tough. So look, I hope I can help you guys. I really do. We've had 17 success stories within 2 weeks already that I know of, which is fantastic to hear. I mean, that's great. So if you are in the group, guys, just have a bit of patience. If you haven't met someone yet, I'm sure, look, it's like anything. Don't give up. It's a free thing anyway. You're not paying anything to me, to be in the group. So why not just stay in there, You might as well and just see what happens. And I wish you all good luck, guys, in the groups. And honestly, I really hope that you meet somebody nice. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. I'll be back again with my next podcast. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.